demo class obj equal to new and you have to write like this. So this is the standard way to create one object of any class. So this is demo class and this is the object of demo class, like it is the reference variable, and via new object you are creating one object of demo class. Fine. And after that, what you'll see when you will use obj dot, then see whatever the variables I have designed in the class area. This is called class area. So you can see those variables, and apart from that, other methods are also present in the class. So these methods are coming from the parent class, that is object class. So every class in Java is having a parent class that is object class. Fine. So whatever the methods which are present in the object class, it's by directly it is a part of that class. So you can also see some of the methods which are predefined, and whatever the variables I have designed, that is also present. So via this you can directly access the variable. See that you want to print the value of variables, so you have to use system.out.println like syso control space, and in that you can use this instance variable reference. This is called reference and this is called object. So calling an object, like I am giving the name, that is obj, and via dot operator you can access obj. Via dot operator you can access the value of those variables. Say that I am using str, and now again I am copying this code and I am pasting it here. Fine. You will see what is going to happen. Just I am going to run this code. See, you can see that this method of the same class can access the variable of the same class. Again I am going to design one method in this class. Fine. Void set data. Say that in this I want to change the value x to 200. Fine. And now I want to use this method. So you can see how to use this method. Via obj operator dot, you can see there is a method called set data. Earlier it was not present, but since I have designed this method inside the class, so now it is coming, and its return type is void. So you can see like user defined methods are also there, and system defined methods are also there. So it's a combination of all such things. So you can use this method directly. And now after that, after changing the value of x, if you want to call this line of code again, see, it will print you the latest value. Now again I am going to run the code. You can see over here, now the value is coming as 200. So due to this line of code, line number 26, now the value has changed and the implementation code has been written inside the main method. This is called the designing part, and to use that design, you can write the code inside the main method. So it's the basic level concept of the class design, but later in the coming seasons we will be having some more advanced level. But as of now I want to say something about the class. A class can have a data member like primitive data type and non-primitive data type. So primitive data type are basically which is given by default in Java. Non-primitive type are like wrapper data type, which you will come in the come to know in the later sessions. And apart from that, user defined data type, you can say objects. So you can also design objects in this area. And apart from that, you can design methods inside the class. You can design constructor inside the class. You can design class inside the class. You can design interface inside the class. So all such things are basically being allowed. And apart from that, initializer block. Initializer block is also being allowed in the class. And apart from that, static blocks are also being allowed in the class. So these are the basic rules of the class. So in every interview, they will be asking can we have a static block inside a class or not? So yeah, answer is yes. So they will be asking can we have an interface inside a class? So answer is yes. So they will be asking can we have a class inside a class? So answer is yes. So you should know all such things. And one thing else I would like to say, either we are writing the code for a constructor or not. In the all the cases, a class is having the default constructor. And now what is constructor? I am also going to cover. A constructor is basically a method inside a class and which is having the same name as class name, and it is not having any kind of return type, but it is going to return the default data, that is integer type. But basically it cannot have a return type. So constructor is automatically being called when the instance is done. So instance this line number 21, you can see this is the instance code. If you are writing new and class name and parenthesis open and close, so this concept is called instantiation, and for each and every instantiation the by default constructor is automatically being triggered by JVM. We are not taking care of such things, but automatically it is being triggered. So at the time of instantiation, the constructor are automatically being triggered. And we can have multiple constructors in the same class. Might be interviewer will be asking, can we have multiple constructors inside the class? The answer is yes. And constructors are the basically acquiring the class area. So it's not the part of inheritance. So that is advanced concept. But as of now, you can say that constructor is associated with the class, and we can have multiple constructors, but you will have to change the parameter. So parameter is nothing like what the value you are passing in this parenthesis. So that is called constructor. That is called parameterizer. So we will covering that topic too. Now we are going to design one constructor. This is I will put some comments so that you will come to know. Simple method inside a class. Now constructor. I'm going to define one constructor. So constructor class name should be there. I'm just copying the name. Parenthesis open, then curly bracket open and close. And inside the constructor, what the code you want to write, you can. Normally we are putting the initializer code, whatever the value we are having, that if you want to initialize, that code is written inside the constructor. But simply here I am typing SYSO we are inside the default constructor. Fine. So I will be covering Selenium topics too, but simple like basic level I am covering, and after that in the coming season I will taking care of all the advanced levels of constructor too. But here I am taking like basic level of constructor, how to design one constructor. So constructor designing, like it could not have a return type, but it's a basically method which is having the same name as class name, and it should have a curly bracket open and curly bracket close, and inside that you can write your code, what the code you want to write. So scripting is done inside this curly bracket. So I've just put simple line of code and I want to show how it is going to work. Now, so when this line of code will run, this will automatically being triggered. You can see in my main method I have not written any code to call this method, but when the instantiation it will be done, so this code automatically being called. Fine. So now I am going to run. See, the first line of code is this: due to new demo class parenthesis open and close, this is automatically being called, and whatever the code you have written inside the curly bracket and curly bracket close, so that is going to trigger automatically. Fine. And after that I have written simple codes that you have already seen. Now I'm coming to the Selenium topic. So in Selenium today I will be covering more topics about the locators. So these were like basic idea about class, so that might be like when I'm saying constructor or primitive data types, so you should be aware about these terms. Fine.
Hey Rajiv, sorry for the
Yes.
interruption.
Right.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
It's Tony here. I have a suggestion. It will be better if you prepare one topic chart, means what are the topics in which day you are going to cover. Perhaps I can help you in this matter because it will be easier for other participant to locate that which topic will be covering on which day.
Yeah,
Not that
yeah. In like
Saturday.
today's session, I have earlier told that what topics I am going to cover today. It would be great, like I will be announcing in advance, right?
Yeah, that is what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am saying.
So
Means I can help you in that also.
yeah, sure. Like if you
And
can, like
if
you
you
can prepare some kind of list.
Saturday on Sunday, uh, yeah, I can probably help you on those days because
Yeah,
my
sure.
office timing is from 1 to 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
Fine.
Rajiv.
So yeah,
Yeah,
thank you,
please carry on.
most welcome. Fine. So now I'm going to start some basic topics of Selenium 2. Yesterday I've covered some topics like about the locators, how we are going to use the locators, and now I am today going to cover more locators. So with the help of tool, that is XPath and so, XPath like Firebug and Firepath. So I'm going to cover today XPath topic and with the help of Firebug and Firepath. So Firebug and Firepath are basically the add-ins which are being available for Firefox browser. So for novice learners, basic learners, it is going to help. But for advanced level, you should know how to write your own XPath. See, if you will find this symbol, na, so it means key your Firebug and Firepath are basically installed. But for installing those things, you simply go to google.com. Simply go to google.com and type Firepath. So it's basically add-ons for Firefox. Just click on it and add to your browser, like it will be coming as an add-ons. So once like Firepath is done, then you have to go for Firebug. sorry, it should be Firebug. So Firebug is also an add-ins, you can say plugins. You have to click on this part, and since I have already added, so I am able to see this part. Fine. So this is the tool like for novice learners to generate XPath and CSS selector. So via Firebug and Firepath, you can generate like XPath and CSS selectors for any locator. So there are 8 locators. So Firebug and Firepath are like the tools via which you can find the locators of any web element. So fine. Now I am like having the add-ons. Now suppose that for say that take an example of Facebook, right? I open Facebook in Firefox browser. Say that log out. Fine. Say that this is one field, this is one field, this is one field, this is one field. Fine. So I want to put some values in this field, and suppose that this is drop down, this is like a radio button. I want to perform some actions on those fields. So how I am going to do that? Fine. So what I'll do, first I will right click on the web element that on which I want to perform some action. Right click. Now via XPath you will find Firepath and Firebug. So you have to click on inspect in Firepath. So for particular web element, the XPath is automatically being generated, and if you will see over here, here is a small drop down. When you will click on it, it will also show CSS. So for CSS, if you want the CSS of any element, just right click on it and click on inspect Firepath. So CSS will be automatically being generated. So first we will cover like XPath, then after CSS. So giving some idea, like I explained how to generate CSS and XPath for any particular web element. Say that I am taking XPath, right click, inspect Firepath. See, I have found the XPath for this web element. Now I want to use it. So what I have to do, I have to just copy the code, copy it, go to your scripting part, say that I have done something yesterday, coming to this part, fresh paste, and what I'll do, I will remove this line of code because it is not required. Notepad. This is also not required. See, I hope you can understand this line number 16, what is going to done via this. It is a system class and it is the static method of the system class. So might be some people are thinking what are the static method, non-static method. So it's a concept of Java. So system is a class in Java and which is present in java.lang package. Fine. And this is the static method. Method name always should be start from a small and parenthesis for method, and it has two parameters. One is like driver and one is like path. So in my current local system, the path is like that. You can modify the path as per your like driver's location. This line of code is for launching the browser. This will launch the browser. This will maximize the browser. And what I will do, I will have to open the particular URL first, on which I want to perform some action. https://www.facebook.com. So while automating, you will have to open two browsers. One is like for your previous browser on which you are inspecting the web element, and like one will be opened by the automation tool. So automation tool basically launches the browser with minimum requirement. So whatever the add-ins you have added into your default Firefox profile, that would not be shown via automation script. Fine. So you will have to keep this open so that for further web element inspection and like whatever the attributes and values you want to see, that can be done in your previous browser. So this will be opened by your automation script, and after that you will have to inspect the particular
You will
element.
have.
Sorry. So
Hi
with the
Rajiv,
help of, yes.
can are you recording this video also?
No, I'm not recording.
Can is it
I will
possible
be
you can
doing the
record
same.
this?
I will be doing the same multiple times. So in the later sessions, I will be recording it, and I'm planning to post it somewhere in the local global repository with the codes so that it should be accessible by each and everyone.
So that recording will be from the starting one.
Yeah, from the very beginning. Like I will be doing it multiple times. I told you.
Okay, thank you so much.
This is I'm doing for the first time. So for
Yeah,
like next time it would be much better. So
okay,
wait
fine.
for some time. It's just a trial
Okay.
version.
Okay. Actually, if we have a recording, so in the morning or the another day, we can also make a practice for this. Actually, when we are taking this, so right now you are telling to us, but when we follow this in the morning, so we have forgot lots of the point. So the reason is that.
Okay, fine. Like you can reach me out any time, no problem. If you have any issues, like
Raju,
Okay, fine, fine. Thank you.
yes,
Raju, I'm
please.
recording your session. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. If someone is recording, then it should be like available for all, right?
Yeah,
Can you
I'm
let me
recording. No
know?
problem. I will.
So fine. I'm going to like proceed.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
Yeah, continue.
so with the help of driver instance, I have created one
Hello.
driver instance. Yes, who is that?
Hello. राजू इज दिस ऑडिबल आई एम अमित तो माय क्वेश्चन इज दैट कि जैसे आपने बोला ना बीको ड्राइवर है राइट
Right?
ये जो बीको ड्राइवर है तो क्या मैं मतलब ये मुझे क्या पुराने वर्जन पे ही चेक करना होगा
नहीं, it is available after 47.1. The Mozilla
तो
47
और
point. Yes.
वन मोर बेसिक क्वेश्चन मतलब एलिमेंट्री क्वेश्चन है
Unmuted.
जो सेलेनियम की जार इंस्टॉल करनी है वो
Right.
2.53 होगी और 2.53 से एबव होगी
नहीं, आपको
और मैंने
लेटेस्ट यूज करना है.
previous
That is
आपको
3.4.2.
ओके
In
तो
the like very
3.4.2
first.
पे फिर मैं फायरफॉक्स तो ये फायरफॉक्स का 54 वर्जन भी सपोर्ट करेगा मींस वो भी लेटेस्ट होगा
You will have to use all the latest thing for using Selenium because like the client is having the system that is automatically being updated. So you cannot go and tell your client like you should disable the automatic updates.
थैंक यू राजू थैंक यू
Okay.
I have one question. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
actually, I have one question. Okay, I want to understand these line of system.set property. Okay, you are using this line for which function actually? I'm just joined it actually, so I don't know about that.
Okay,
Can
fine.
you
Might
please?
we have missed my earlier session, so that's why you asking. So this line of
Yeah.
code is required in Selenium 3. After 3, it is required to determine the latest Firefox browser support. Because like in 3.0, like now it is a part of WWW, that is Worldwide Consortium W3C. So whatever the browsers are present there, So that are going to provide you the exe file for the particular browser. And for using
Okay.
that particular browser, you will have to supply the driver file and the keyword which is going to support the driver, your browser driver. So I'm going to
Okay.
explain once more time, like this is the keyword to support your Firefox driver, and I have kept that Firefox driver in this location. This is my location.
Okay.
Fine. So system is basically a class in Java, and set property is to set the property. Like maybe you can say environmental variables. You know about environmental variables.
Yeah. Little bit.
So yeah, like environmental variables, whatever the Java path and other like programs you have installed into your local system, and
Okay.
that if you want to use those things, so you will have to define there via this. So that's why it is system, and system has like other methods too. You can see via dot operator. See
Okay.
the list of methods are come.
Okay. Means that we are initialize a browser here
Yeah,
by this line.
right.
Okay. Got it.
Fine.
Yeah. Fine.
So this is the Java code. Basically, you can say this is the Java code, which is used for like declaring, or you can say initializing the path. That I
Yes.
have
Fine.
kept this path, and this is the keyword to use the path. Like it is the file. This file is kept in this location, and this is the driver. You can say keyword or driver to support this exe. Fine.
Okay. Okay.
So after that, this line of code to launch the browser. Fine. So say that I have created one reference variable. This is called the reference variable, and this is the type of reference variable. Fine. And this is to create one object. Fine. So via dot operator, you will find multiple methods that is also called APIs. Fine.
Okay.
So some APIs are predefined, some are Selenium APIs. So you will come to know gradually, one by one. So you can see some of the APIs are like close. It is a part of remote WebDriver. So might be you have missed my earlier session. To then must not be knowing about what is remote WebDriver. So I've already explained these things like what is remote WebDriver. And in the coming sessions, I will be covering this topic. So don't worry for that. So via dot operator, we can use find element method that is used for finding any web element. And with the help of and parameter of this method is by class object. Sorry, by dot, and say that I want to use XPath. So with the help of XPath, so whatever the locators are there that are accepting the value in the double quotes, you can say string. Whatever values we are passing into double quotes that are string. So I will have to pass the value what I copied. See, I want to explain this. What is this? Fine. So XPath format always starts from either single slash or double slash. So here we are having double slash. This is called relative XPath. Fine. Relative means it will start from any location on your web page. First thing is that. And after that, star symbol. This is for tag name, and star is for all the tags. It means I am instructing the program to start searching for all the tags. What are the tags? I want to explain. Say that for this particular website, it will start from very beginning. The first tag is document, and after that HTML. So whatever the angular bracket is starting, that is called tags. So you can say multiple tags are there. Lot of tags are there. So all angular bracket are called tags. The starting angular brackets. You can say div is a tag, body is a tag, head is a tag, HTML is a tag, document is a tag, say that form is a tag, input is a tag. So this is called tag. Fine. And every web element must be having a tag. Each and every web element. So for this web element, right click, say that I have inspect in FirePath, and if you will inspect, you will find the particular element selected over here, and XPath is automatically being generated. And if you will see some look on this part, I want to explain this. This is the tag name is input, and here ID is called a locator is present, class name is given, and other locator name is also given for this. So you can use any one of them, and XPath is also there, so I am going to use XPath. So I have found the element and I want to give one reference name. Say that input name. Fine. And now when I will place my mouse over here. Yeah.
Let's say if right click is disabled, then how can I find these element properties?
Yeah. Then in that case, like you will have to write one script to disable the JavaScript, because right click is basically disabled due to that, and via F12 key you can get it into developer mode. Fine. F12, remember that.
Okay. Only for IE, right? That one, F12?
For every browser it is allowed.
Is it? Okay.
Since I was like starting from the very beginning, so that's why I was covering this thing. In the coming session, like I will be taking shortcuts key as well. So what you will have to do, you will have to place your mouse over here and create local variable. So you can see this is a kind of web element, and due to this, so find element is always going to return a kind of web element. I have named it as input name. Fine. So my one web element is ready. Now I again want to inspect other web element. Say that I want to inspect this one. Right click, inspect in FirePath. Again I am taking this one. You can ignore the dot, or you can also take the dot. Fine. Surname I have given the manually name, no issue. Driver dot find element.
Hi. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. What is the use of the dot? Can you please explain?
Dot is basically like designing the class. It is like you can say class name. Fine.
Oh,
But in this FirePath you can also use it or ignore it. No problem.
okay.
So with the help of by.xpath, and that what the code you have copied, you have just need to paste it over here, and whatever the code you will write, that should be in double quotes. You have to take care of this as well. Fine.
With laptop. Traveling the Dehradun.
See guys, I will place my mouse over here and I will create local variable, so it will also store, and type is web element. Now I have two web elements and I want to perform some action. Say that first is input. I will simply copy so that I don't need to write it once again. Dot. The first method is clear. Clear is for clearing the text which is being present from the beginning. So first I will not write here clear. I will make use of send keys. Send keys is used to type something in input box. Fine. Say that H. Again I can perform the same action, and this time I am going to supply E. I want to show something. That's why I am doing that.
Skybags, polyester, 40 liters.
Now via this I can also use send keys,
Polyester.
and here I can supply, say that in double quotes, my name. Fine. So these are the basic concepts one should know. Like we can perform multiple keys, like multiple characters in the form of a string, and it will input one character, one character, one character, one character. This 4 line of code will write the same, like H, E, H, H in the same box. Fine. And in the surname, what I have like located the surname, I will use this for directly input the string. Now what I want to do after entering, I want to clear the first input tag. So I can use this one. Dot clear. So clear is nothing like basically to clear the existing text which is present in the input box. Fine. Now I will run this code. Wait and see how it is working fine or not. What is happening? It is typing in the same box. Why? Might we have done something wrong? No, it's correct. But why it is like recognizing the same element? ID U03. So I will have to check like why it is recognizing the same element twice. It should be here in the same like surname box. Right click. No, in the not this window, I will have to open my previous window, and this I will have to check the code. Inspect in fire path. This line is code is fine. Let's check with another mobile number box. Right click, inspect. Now this is the locator for mobile number. Now what you can do, driver dot find element by dot xpath, and the double quotes just paste it. And in now I want to show another like way how to perform some actions. Earlier I was like creating one wave element reference, and then I was able to perform the actions. Now I want to use the wave element directly. So via direct you can also use. So with the help of dot operator, so this part is wave element, and dot operator, via dot operator you can use those methods of the wave element. So these are the methods which are present in the web element. Fine. So I'm using send keys 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and I'm putting here hello. I am removing this line. Now I am again performing clear operation. So this should first write the hello, then after that surname field should be my name, then after that it will clear the first name, input name, then again in the mobile number box it will type something like that. And I was also getting some error, invalid element state exception, editable issue was there. So this is called exception. We'll also cover exception handling later in the sessions. So first I'm going to perform some actions on the basis of web element. So today, like I covered XPath topic, how we are going to use the XPath. Fine. And now coming part, I'm going to explain how to use absolute XPath and relative XPath. So this is called relative XPath. That I'm going to of XPath like double slash, it should be tag name, and in the big bracket the ID is there. ID is like nothing, the locator which is present or attribute you can say which is present on the particular web element. Say that for the particular web element I am using, so this is the ID and this is called attribute of the particular web element. Input is the tag name and this is called the attribute and this is called the value. Fine. So XPath format is tag name. Here should be tag name. Either you can also write input, but it will search in all the tags. Start means it will search in all the tags, and at the rate it means attribute should be ID and ID value should be in the single quote. So you should know like how to write your own XPath too. So you will have to focus on this thing. The value which are going to put, you are going to put, it should be always in the single quote, and whatever the parameter you are going to pass in the XPath, that should be surrounded by the double quotes. Fine. Now I'm going to run this code, see how it works. First launch the browser, open the URL. Now, due to some issue, I think it is not able to recognize the particular web element. So that's why like it is inputting the same. And also not like recognizing the mobile number. So that's why like it is coming the invalid element state exception. So for exception handling, we can also take the help of try catch block. Yeah, hello.
I think
Hello.
yeah, Rajiv, I'm saying using the clear method. Did you see the code?
Sound is breaking.
Enter the phone number in the.
Sorry.
Now, is it clear my phone now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, Rajiv, I'm saying to you after using the clear method. For entering the mobile number, did you see this code?
This one line number.
The last line, the mobile number where you put the mobile number.
So line number 38. So this is for this field.
Actually,
mobile number.
yeah, this is the.
I have just like inspect this web element.
Because this is, yeah.
So your voice is not audible. Breaking.
Okay, no, it's fine. Proceed.
Fine. So in this way, like You can perform any action, like if you are able to find the locator, so you can perform any action. So might be like due to some issue, it is not able to recognize that particular web element during runtime, but like process is the same. I'll check that code that whether there is something missing in that code or not. But as of now, this is the process. Like in this way, you can recognize the particular web element. Also, I want to explain like how you can generate the absolute XPath for the particular web element. Say that when you will click on FirePath, you will find one option over here, generate absolute XPath. When you will check on this option and now again try to inspect the particular web element, say that inspect in FirePath. You will see a long code. Fine. So this is nothing like basically the path to find the particular web element. So this is the web element, like this is input box and starting from the HTML. So if you will see the code, you will come to know about all such things. Starting from the HTML, it traverses the HTML, then body, then div1, then div1, then after div2. Say that in div1 when it comes, it is leaving the div1, it is going to div2, then after div2. So in div2 part, again it is going to div2. So in this way, it traverses and ends to the like reaches to the end node. So this is the path. Fine, but you don't need to take care in detail. You just need to understand how it is going to locate the web element. So basically in interviews they will be asking what is the difference between absolute XPath and relative XPath. So you will have to tell that first difference is that absolute XPath starts from single slash and relative XPath starts from the double slash, and absolute starts from the root, like you can say root node HTML and traverse to the end node, and relative XPath starts from the double slash. It's search for the particular tag, or you can say that it will search in all the tags. Absolute XPath is faster, and relative XPath is bit slower in during execution time. And you can also say absolute XPath is the writing part is complex, and relative XPath writing is like a bit easier. And you can also say like uh, XPath, absolute XPath is less widely used, and relative XPath is widely used. And for locating a particular web element, the unique web element, you can use absolute XPath, and if you are using relative XPath, it is going to give you might be multiple web elements. So absolute XPath always gives a single web element, and relative XPath is going to give might be it is going to give multiple web elements. So these are the basic differences which you have to tell at least 4 or 5 points in the interview, so that the interviewer might think that, oh, this guy is having a depth knowledge on XPath. So this is a very hit question, and like 80% interview, like this question is being widely being asked. As per my experience, I have faced all these questions, and in many interviews, like they are going to ask this question. This is the first basic question. Fine, guys. So in this way, like we can say, we can generate. If you want to regenerate absolute or relative, you can put check on absolute. If you will check off, so now we have relative. Now again you have to inspect. Right click, inspect. So now you are getting the X
Raju,
path. Yes.
uh, can I give multiple locators for one element? Let's say
Uh,
if it is not detecting properly, then if I give multiple means will it work, or what is the alternative?
no, multiple locators are not allowed. Like one script, if it is not working, then only you are using the different script. So you can like say that you can put that script as comment, and now with the help of different locator, you will try to identify. Locators are basically to identify the web element, and after that, whatever the action you want to perform, and you can perform. For your question comes here that can we use multiple
Yes.
attributes? So it is allowed. For
Multiple
particular
attributes but multiple locators for same element not allowed, right?
yeah, multiple locators for same element, like if you are performing multiple actions, then only it is going to work. So that
I mean to
sometimes,
say, uh, here first name and surname is not detecting properly right now. So
right.
I want to differentiate for I want to enter data to the surname. So how can I do? I mean,
So with the help of different locators, suppose that you inspect this, fine,
okay,
surname. Now with the help of different locators, say that in this case, ID is present, class
okay,
name is present. So class name you cannot use because it is having spaces. You can see over here. So for
okay,
spaces class name, you will have to use CSS selector. Fine. So in CSS
okay,
selector, I'm going to explain that topic, that if the class name is having spaces, so how you are going to use that. You can use name. See, whatever the locators you have come to know about that, you have to identify which locator is applied to this particular web element. So you can use ID, you can use class name, you can use name over here, and apart from that, locators you cannot use directly, but you can generate your own XPath and CSS selector. Say that for generating CSS selector, just click on this part. Now again, right click on it, inspect. Now what you will get, you will get the CSS selector. So via CSS selector also, so like if you will find this web element, so this ID applied, name is applied, and like class name, class is class name, but for this, since it is having a space, you will find difficult to use it. So I would not suggest to use class name if it is having a space in the name. And via CSS selector also you can identify, and via XPath also you can identify. Fine. You can see that I have changed the XPath. Right click, inspect. So this is the tool how we are going to use.
okay. Thank you, Raju.
Anything else?
राजीव
Yes.
हेलो
Yeah,
हाय
Rajiv.
राजीव
Hi.
राजीव राजीव मुझे एक
Yes.
क्वेश्चन एक डाउट है इसमें मतलब एक चीज ये है कि जैसे कि अभी आपने देखा कि इनपुट बॉक्स का आपने एक्स पाथ लिया राइट और
Right.
सरनेम का आपने लिया सो लेट सपोज अगर मान लो कि कोई मुझे पेज को आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि जब मैं लॉगिन करके जा रहा हूँ वो पेज मेरा अभी तक आया है या नहीं सिस्टम में
Right.
सो अगर मैं वहां पे कोई एक ऐसा ये टेक्स्ट बॉक्स ये जैसे क्रिएट अ न्यू अकाउंट राइट सो अगर मैं ये इसको आइडेंटिफाई करूंगा क्रिएट अ न्यू अकाउंट इज अवेलेबल और नॉट तब मैं इसके
ठीक है.
बाद कोई एक्शन परफॉर्म करूँ लेट सपोज अगर मैं कुछ ऐसा करता हूँ सो क्या मैं इसका भी एक्सपार्ट वहां दे सकता हूँ
हाँ
या
आप कर
सिर्फ और सिर्फ
सकते हैं.
इनपुट बॉक्स और
हाँ हाँ
बुलेट
एक बात कर सकते हैं, उसका कोई पर्टिकुलर वेब एलिमेंट इज, उसके लिए आपके पास यू विल हैव थ्री मेथड्स. फाइन, दैट इज गोइंग टू रिटर्न द boolean type value. Like one is displayed, is enabled, is visible. Is enabled or is three methods are there. One is enabled
अच्छा
and is displayed.
ये इसी क्लास में मैं पूछ सकता हूँ या आप कभी नेक्स्ट क्लास में आप बताओगे मतलब
Like you
Sorry,
can
please
have
repeat.
question, yeah, no problem. Like we are planning to have question answer session as well after two classes. So anything like which is related to this one, you can directly ask, no problem.
okay
And we
so
also
now my question
like,
is that
yes,
hello now my question
yes,
is that let's suppose मैंने facebook.com वहां पे डाला राइट अब मुझे ये आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि वेदर पेज इज लोडेड और नॉट इन अ सिस्टम राइट सो माय क्वेश्चन इज दैट यहाँ पे जैसे ये वर्ड लिखा हुआ है क्रिएट अ न्यू अकाउंट सो could you please do one thing कि create a new account is available or not is this possible here
yes, yes, yes.
please do one thing
So you want it now?
yes
No.
yes
Fine. Going to explain it.
Hi,
thank you
Amit.
thank you
Yeah, yes.
Hi, Amit and Rajiv. It is better to assert title to check whether the page has loaded or not, I guess.
Yes. There are multiple ways. Like he is asking whether this text is present on the particular web page or not. So he is going to identify that the the page has loaded or not. So that he want to do.
Okay.
So simply
Assert
we will
could
have
also
to,
be entered, yes.
yeah, that's like the better idea. Assert, like verify the title, and if the
Yes.
title is a text, so you can
Yes, sir.
put. So
Yes.
that is like advanced level. So I'm covering from the basic level. So that's
Yes,
why.
yes.
Like
Yes,
today's
sure.
session is over. If anyone is willing to ask any question, then he can join. Otherwise, like he can leave. I'm going to explain this perfect, like since he has asked the question.
Yes,
Fine.
yes. No, it's no issues.
I have a question.
Sorry.
Hi, Rajiv, I
Yes.
have a question. Yeah, actually,
Yes.
my question is that and we should have to know that we can use attribute ID, when we have to use name attribute. Can you explain when ID attribute we should use, when name attribute we should use?
See, when you will inspect a particular web element, say that I am inspecting this. Fine.
Hmm?
So you will see if
Fine.
ID, go for ID. And if you know to design
Okay.
CSS selector, that is quite faster. The best way is the CSS selector. And ID is the easiest way because it is the unique one. For each and
Right.
every web element, in the normal cases, ID is the unique one. So we used to prefer ID. If it
Okay.
is not being identified with that particular locator, then only
Okay.
you can go for other. If it is not present, then only you can go for other locators. Say that in this
Other
case,
means that
class.
like
Say that in this case cannot use class name because it is having a space. So you will have to identify whether use it or not. Fine.
so how we identify about this?
When you will inspect, then you will find, you will get this. Fine. So when you will see this,
Yes,
you
fine.
will come to know. Simple.
Okay.
That this, for this particular web element, take one example. What you can use? You can use class name. That's it. For this,
ID here.
for this web element, also ID and class name is given. But for this web element, you cannot use class
Yeah.
name because spacing is there.
So how we can resolve this issue when there is, an element have the space? Then how we can change this?
So for class name, if it is having a space, so via CSS selector with the help of dot operator, you can join all the words together. I will
So you will
explain in the
in the
CSS
next
selector
section.
topic. Sorry.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine, Nataji.
Yeah.
You can
So
proceed now.
Amit, hello. Amit, are you there?
Yes, Rajiv, I am there. Actually, it
Yeah.
was unmuted, so
No problem. No problem.
please proceed.
Like
Please
you
proceed.
want to verify whether this text is present on the particular web page or
Yes,
not, right? So
yes.
just copy it.
Okay.
So what you will have to do, you will have to generate your own XPath. Fine. So via contains, there is a method called contains. So contains is a method which is accepting two parameters. Fine. First, this one left parameter and this is the right parameter. So in the left parameter, you will have to use this method, text, text. This is a method, comma, and the text which you need to identify. The comma comes here, that's why it is not recognizing that. Now, fine. You can
Rajiv,
see,
have
yes?
Hello. Yeah, Rajiv, I have
Yes.
one question. Okay, you are using this create a new account characters. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
by contents. So to find the contents, we need to type this these contents, or we can find it from the HTML code.
No, no. From HTML code you can also copy, but I have directly copied it from here. You can see over here. Here it is also present, right?
Okay, so
You can
you
you
mean
can
to
you
say
can
the
give any.
content?
Sorry.
No, no, actually मेरा क्वेश्चन जो राजीव ये है, ये जो आपने कंटेंट्स टेस्ट जो आपने लिखा है, ठीक है, तो ये मुझे HTML में मिलेगा ये मुझे यहाँ पे टाइप करना पड़ेगा?
ये आपका एडवांस लेवल है ना, एक्सपाथ एक्सेस में आता है ये मैं आपको बाद में बताने वाला था. Since you have asked, then I
Excuse me,
have.
Raju.
Yes.
Raju, can you give 1 minute? I'll speak with Gaurav.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Gaurav,
yes.
you have experience in manual or something? Any you have knowledge, or you are the fresher?
Yeah, actually I'm beginner in automation.
Okay. Before that, because of his now only he study, you don't know exactly. Okay, what? Just now he started. Okay. First, you saying that you're asking something, right? ID. We have 8 locators in Selenium. ID, tag name, class, export, CSS, like that. Okay. So the developer might they will not give all the locators. For example, there is Facebook username, right? So in that
Right.
developer they will not develop ID, name, class. In that time, you will go for XPath. So XPath is main advantage to handle the dynamic elements. For example, here two editable box like password and username, right? So the developers may give same user like XPath. If you want try and if you want to enter a password in password place, so it will take. For example, I'm saying they are implementing same ID or same class names or same XPath. Okay, so in that time that our automation tool will confuse. I need to enter in username field or either password field. So in that time you have
No,
to
actually,
write your own XPath. Okay.
Ranjit, actually I'm not getting you actually because the XPath is automatic created. Okay,
No.
when we are coding in HTML, okay, XPath is
XPath,
automatically
XPath.
taken this.
See, XPath is called
Right?
XML path. Fine. XPath is called XML path, and
Yes.
basically it works on like path, the normal like the directory structure. So elements like in which order they are placed, it works on this like slash. You can reach out to that element. And now we have like two different
Yes,
techniques to
right.
find the XPath. One is absolute one, and one is the relative one. So in absolute, when I will come to depth, I will
Yes.
explain each and single step like how to generate your own absolute XPath for a particular web element. Since it was the very beginning class, so I was just
Yes.
introducing like having some idea on the XPath part. Okay, so don't worry
Gaurav,
for
not
that.
only
Right.
XPath,
Right.
not only XPath, everything is coming from STM only. You know DOM.
Yeah,
Just refer
why,
W3 schools. You will come to know.
yeah, via
Okay.
document like you can also there
Rajni,
is one
Yeah.
locator that
Not only
document.
XPath, ID, name, everything is coming from HTML only. Okay.
Oh, yeah, right.
Can you refer that
Rajni,
before
I
asking
think you
question?
are not.
Okay.
Sorry.
Actually, you are not understand my question actually. Okay, and yeah, my question was that okay, the contains. Okay, here is X path. Okay, Rajiv is typing is contains test. Okay, so my question
Yes.
मेरा question ये था कि contains जो test हमने जो राजीव ने टाइप किया है, तो ये I think HTML में तो होता नहीं है,
नहीं,
ठीक है,
ये
ना
XPath एक्सेस
XML में होता है जहाँ तक मैं जानता हूँ.
ये
हाँ?
मेथड्स दिए गए हैं XPath में, ठीक है, अलग से दिए गए हैं. That is comes coming under XPath access and like methods of the XPath. So you will come to know about those things
Yes.
when I will going to explain the XPath access and the methods which we can use in XPath. So
Yeah, Gaurav, after that, can you, Raju, Gaurav, can you ping personally? I will explain about XPath and CSS, ID and all. Okay, clearly. Okay, clear picture I will explain. Okay, personally. You can ping me after sometime, okay?
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
I will take a clear session to you, okay?
it's
Okay.
better like you can take the session directly. It's like a common
Okay.
group which I have created. Everyone is welcome. It's not only me. I've just initiated. If you're having better understanding on any topic, you can please go ahead. Hello.
Definitely. Okay.
This is a common
Thank you,
forum.
Raju
It's
and
like
Gaurav.
yeah, fine. So today's session
Hello.
I'm going to lead the meeting, and I hope
Hello.
I was able to explain all such things.
Hi,
Fine.
Rajiv.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Yes, please. I'm listening you.
Yes, I had one more doubt.
Okay.
I was asked one in an interview what is the difference between dot slash slash and slash slash. So I didn't get at that time when you explained. So it was in the middle of the session, so I couldn't get it
Yeah,
that much.
this dot refers to the class. Simply tell
Okay.
one thing. Dot
Okay.
refers to the class. Fine.
Okay.
You will have to tell like that. Dot is for referring the class name.
For referring that class name, which is I mean it is
So
in that particular.
dot is referred to the class name. Just simply you will have to tell like that. But for XPath it is not required. You can omit that or you can ignore that. Fine. It is not the path of XPath, but since it is there, so if someone is asking, then you will have to explain. Oh, it is for class name. Fine.
Okay. Okay.
And what
Thank
is
you.
the star? Star is for tag name. Fine. You will have to
Star is
explain like that.
yes,
So star means all the tags.
all the tags, and a
It
particular
will
tag
it
is
will yeah it will start searching in all the tags, whether I'm
okay.
going to find or not.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Fine.
Thank you.
So I'm going to close the session for today.
Raju, tomorrow we have any session?
Yes, we have
Tomorrow. Okay. Even on Sunday also, right?
every day. But it's a kind of regular practice. We
Okay,
will be
fine.
covering as much as possible. Fine.
Okay. Thanks a lot,
Thanks.
Raju. It's a very good session.
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Hello.
Everyone is welcome.
Hello, Rajiv.
Everyone is welcome to give the
Raju.
session.
Hello, Rajiv.
Thank
Yes,
you, Rajiv. Okay.
Rajiv.
most welcome.
Uh,
Thank you, Rajiv.
Rajiv, this is Amit.
Nice session.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Rajiv. Hello.
Ranjit,
Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Yes.
uh, you have recorded, right? I mean, where you will be sharing
Yes.
the recorded session?
Yeah, okay, I record. I will post on Monday itself, okay, because of I don't have that much
Okay,
data.
fine. It's
Okay?
okay. No worries. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you all.
Bye,
I'm going to
guys.
close the
Thank you.
session. Bye.
Thank
Hello.
you.
Bye,
Bye.
Rajiv.
Bye.
Rajiv.
Thank you,
Hello.
Raji. Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Hello. Hello.